Hello everybody, I hope all of you guys are having a great day. Now this is your fourth stimulus check update. In today's video, I'll be answering all of your questions surrounding the fourth stimulus check, your unemployment benefits, as well as your social security benefits. But first, be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. On this channel I always do my best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. So be sure to subscribe everybody. Now the text of the bipartisan infrastructure package, which has officially been named the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, has yet to be released. Folks, this bill might include a fourth stimulus check and an increase in your social security benefits. So we're hoping that Congress does approve this bill. But with debate over the proposal beginning in the Senate, details over what Democrats and Republicans agreed to are trickling out. The debate officially started in the Senate after a procedural vote took place on July 28th. President Biden wrote in a Twitter post, "We have reached a historic deal on infrastructure, folks. The bipartisan infrastructure deal is the largest infrastructure bill in a century. It will grow the economy, create good-paying jobs, and set America on a path to win the future." So what do you think about President Biden, everybody? Is he doing all that it takes to send out the fourth stimulus check? Or do you believe that he's taking too long to increase your social security benefits? Leave a comment down below, everybody. Tell me your thoughts on President Biden. Now in late April, President Biden released his American Jobs Plan, a proposal focused on rebuilding the nation's infrastructure and improving working conditions across the economy. The White House has stated that the plan would invest $2 trillion over 10 years and focus on three major areas: investments in physical infrastructure, improvements to working conditions for those in the care economy, and righting the injustices of past housing. Now, investments focused in physical infrastructure like roads and bridges also included funding to increase the resilience of the nation's transportation system and energy grid to climate change, provisions to improve access to clean water and reduce air, and other forms of environmental pollution were also included. The American Jobs Plan had also included the extension of benefits to workers of the care economy. The bill had also included measures that would send aid to communities who were broken up or left out of major infrastructure projects. Folks, the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act is smaller and neither completely eliminated or cut funding significantly for many of these initiatives. For example, of the $111 billion the American Jobs Plan allocated for water infrastructure, only $50 billion was included in the bipartisan package. Folks, I just want to see our politicians in Congress, the Democrats and the Republicans, they must send out the fourth stimulus check and help out the good American people. And if you guys agree with me, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Now, Joe Biden has not ruled out sending Americans a fourth stimulus check. Rumor has it that Biden is still considering a fourth relief payment. According to White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, said he's open to a range of ideas when it comes to the American Jobs and Families Plan. Some lawmakers have pushed for a fourth direct payment. The first stimulus check amounted to as much as $1,200, with the second stimulus check bringing eligible Americans a $600 check. The third stimulus check, which the IRS is still in the process of distributing, is worth up to $1,400 per person, although the eligibility requirements are narrower. All three checks give the full amount to taxpayers who made up to $75,000 a year, according to the most recent tax returns. And folks, the third stimulus check timeline happened rather quickly following Biden's inauguration. In response to President Biden's American Jobs Plan, a group of 21 senators sent a letter urging the inclusion of stimulus checks in the legislation. The group called for recurring payments as long as the crisis lockdown continued. And Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren said, "We urge you to include recurring direct payments and automatic unemployment insurance extensions tied to economic conditions in your Build Back Better plan." Folks, do you agree with Senator Bernie Sanders and Senator Elizabeth Warren? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like.
Call me Stutter. Alright, we're gonna try to keep this short and sweet, but we have a lot of people here, but that's actually a very good sign. But everyone's gonna be very brief on our remarks. Some of us potentially are leaving town today. We expect to be coming and going, depending on what transpires in the next week. But we wanted to call all you together. Thank you for being here. The group gathered here today are the pragmatic, rational, policy-oriented people that are trying to get to the yes and trying to get the policy right. And I got to tell you how proud I am of all my House colleagues and our Senate colleagues who have done so much work, really, from the first iteration to the definition, to phase 2, which was the scope, and phase 3, the pay-fors. Our Senate colleagues have really picked up the ball recently and done a lot of hard work. A lot of work behind the scenes that most of you have not seen or been aware of, but they all really deserve a lot of credit, including John Cacco and Connor Lamb, our House co-leads on infrastructure. So basically what we're here to say is this work that everybody's put, the legislation that a lot of people put a lot of work into that's being drafted right now is a really pragmatic solution. It's something that we all support, and we want it to be brought here as a standalone vote. We're not going to get into speculation about various different iterations that may or may not transpire, other than to say thank you to all of our colleagues here. We're in a very good place, and Josh, I yield to you.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Fitz. Brian, thanks for your excellent leadership. You know, we stand here today surrounded by Democrats and Republicans from the House and the Senate. I think we can all agree this week's vote to move forward the largest infrastructure investment in the country's history marked a huge win for the American people and for every single district in our country, including mine in northern New Jersey, from addressing lead in children's drinking water to building tunnels to repairing our crumbling roads, bridges, and rails to getting out more broadband and electric vehicles. This bipartisan infrastructure package will help create jobs, build our economy, address our climate, enable us to compete, and deliver on what the Problem Solvers Caucus really is all about, that indeed we can govern together, that bipartisanship and civility are alive and well, and that when we work together, there's no problem we can't solve. It was President Biden said it when he was sworn in just a few feet from here, that we must end this uncivil war that pits red against blue, rural versus urban, conservative versus liberal. We're not there yet, of course, but I'm confident that when this bill gets sent to the House from the Senate, and with the President and the White House firmly behind it, we will take it up quickly for a strong, standalone, bipartisan vote, because that's what the country wants. And those of us here in the Problem Solvers Caucus, working with our partners in the Senate, have worked too hard on this deal going back to the spring to let anything get in the way. So I just really want to thank everybody here. Obviously, our co-chairman does a phenomenal job, Brian Fitzpatrick, the Problem Solvers Infrastructure Task Force led by John Cacco and Connor Lamb, and really the G20, the group of senators that are here with us today, and I just can't thank them enough. Let's just give a big round of applause. And I know that Rob and Kirsten aren't able to make it here because they're working on the last throws of the bill, but the fact that so many senators came out shows you how strong of not just a bipartisan package this is, but a bicameral package. And this is the new model.
Let me start by saying you're not alone. This is happening to millions of people across this country who worked hard all their lives, who played by the rules, who did everything they were supposed to do, and then it just takes, just like you described, that one instant in a car accident or one bad diagnosis on a medical problem for your daughter, and the whole thing turns upside down. It's time to raise Social Security payments across the board, and disability payments, both. And this is what I've got a plan for. Raise Social Security payments $200 a month, raise disability payments $200 a month. We can do this by asking those at the very top to pay a little more. We can do this and extend the financial longevity of Social Security for decades to come. The way I see this is after a lifetime of hard work, people are entitled to retire with a little dignity